2bros1416 asks, could you do a video about the Daybreakers? And considering how long it's taking me to get past volume 5 of Grimgar, I definitely can. I have to have more time to read this thing before I can even make my review on it. So to start off, the Daybreakers are essentially a clan in Grimgar. The clan is led by Soma, the strongest volunteer soldier in the verse. For those of you unaware, a clan is essentially multiple parties forming under one name. The Daybreakers were specifically formed by Soma so they can have a better chance of finding evidence of the No-Life King by having different parties help search for the No-Life King, or at the very least that's what Soma wants people to think publicly. The actual goal of the Daybreakers is to discover the secrets that the Crimson Moon soldiers are hiding from the volunteer soldiers, discover the secrets of, well, essentially why there are so many different worlds connected to Grimgar, and to eventually find a way back to their original world, so basically going back to Earth. Granted, I guess there's nothing saying that all the humans were from the same planet or the same universe, actually, so we don't actually know that. But they're all looking for a way back home, essentially. Granted, they don't exactly seem to be telling all of their members this. Haruhiro only found out about this later on, not exactly when they joined the Daybreakers. Like, they found out about it by one of the members of Soma's party in the middle of a giant war zone in Volume 6. So for all we know, some of the other members from the different parties may not know the exact reasoning why Soma formed the clan to begin with. All the teams and parties associated with the Daybreakers are... Oh my god, these names are so... Okay. Anyway, these are the names. Team Soma, which is the party in charge of the entirety of the clan. Members of Team Soma are Soma, a fighter turned samurai, Shiba, a thief turned shaman, Chimeri, a fighter turned paladin. Actually, that's really powerful if you think about it. Leela Storm, a elf sword dancer, Pingo, a necromancer, and Zenmei, Pingo's basically flesh golem. The next party is Team Akira. These team names are so unique. The leader of Team Akira is, surprise, Akira. Akira was the original strongest volunteer soldier until he allowed Soma to actually surpass him, and he gave him the actual title of strongest volunteer soldier. Akira is a paladin, by the way. The next member is Miho, who primarily focuses on using their magic for support. Gah! I can't say this person's name. Who is a priest. Keo, who is a warrior Talwal, who is a young elf archer, and Bracken, who is a dwarf tank. We actually don't know what class he is. I'm assuming warrior, but like, we don't know if dwarves have different kind of classes or different kind of trainings. Team Lo, which, surprise, the leader and member is Lo, who is a priest. Katazu, who actually we have no idea anything about Katazu, because he's never actually appeared in the story, apparently. Takasuki, I can't read this guy's name. Takasuki, let's just call him Takasuki. He's a thief who is yet to appear in the story. Jam, who is dead, and he's a mage, because he became a half monster and was killed by his teammates, which is fucking terrible. Tumbe, who is a paladin tank. Gume, who is a dread knight. Team Harahiro, which we already know his entire team composition, so we don't need to worry about that one. And finally, the Typhoon Rocks. The Typhoon Rocks are actually pretty cool members, and they're the ones who actually do the most interesting stuff out of all of these members. If you guys want me to talk more about individual people from the Daybreakers, let me know. But for right now, I'm using this video to talk about the Typhoon Rocks right now. These guys are fucking pretty interesting. Rock, the main leader of the party, is a warrior, and he's absolutely bad shit crazy. This fucking guy gets into a boxing match with a 4-armed undead monstrosity and doesn't die. At one point, the freaking 4-armed undead man uses what can only be described as Rock Lee's hidden lotus on Rock, and he smashes his head into the ground, and Rock gets back up. This dude is just insane. However, he does go along with one of the Grimgar trope where they kind of like have a crush on a character and they refuse to take no for an answer and they just kind of keep doing it. There's a character in volume 8, this young lady who Rock has a crush on, and he constantly tries to like help her along in her journey, but she's clearly in love with a guy who's already dead. And it's a whole subplot story that I'll get into in like a video later on. But he just like refuses to be like, nah, I won't accept that you're not interested in me. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you to like me. It's a whole thing with Rock. Like, I'll admit, out of every character who does this odd trend in Grimgar, at least his is kind of funny. Just to the lengths he's willing to go to impress and help this girl. Kanjira, who is a warrior, which, by the way, this party has a lot of warriors or ex-warriors. This guy's kind of interesting. He just looks like a biker dude with a giant fuck-off sword. Mayuji, who is the self-proclaimed world's strongest Dread Knight.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
His demon call actually summons a lady demon thing with a scythe, and actually she does a lot of damage. This guy also dresses in a just shirt from like our world still. Like he doesn't actually wear Grimgar attire, I guess. Like he still wears the normal stuff that you would expect from like our world. It's kind of weird. He's interesting though. Also tries to make out with Yume. And God, he's lucky Ronto wasn't there, because we would have had a problem. Don't worry, Haru does stop him. This guy is also seemingly a really good strategist, too. He's able to predict a lot of stuff that happens throughout certain fights, and is able to predict certain times where Haru and his friends are going to need help. And I originally thought this was kind of a joke that the writer was doing. But no, the guy actually does predict things, and they do kind of happen the way he says they do. So, good on him, I guess. Karu, I hope I said the name right, Karu, is basically a hunter turned warrior, but he still fights like a hunter. He uses his bow, and he's actually a really good shot. Sakanami, and I'll be honest, I don't remember this guy. I'll have to like go back in the story and actually reread the sections he's a part of. But essentially, he's a thief, and according to the Wikipedia, he's the most eccentric person that Haru knows, and because him and Haru are the same class, he considers him a blood brother. And considering how there isn't really many thieves left in Grimgar, it wouldn't surprise me if we ended up meeting up with this character in the future volumes, and Haruhiro and him had more interactions. But again, I actually don't remember this guy, but judging by the Wikipedia, Haruhiro's interacted with him a couple times. And Suguna, who is a priest, and he's the only priest in the entire story who has tried using the spell Prayer, which is a just flip of the coin on whether something good or bad is gonna happen when you use that spell. The entirety of the party's pretty chill for the most part. They're pretty nice guys, and they don't really do anything too, like, morally questionable for the most part. Like, they're willing to help Haruhiro get Mary back, and they're even willing to plan ahead of time to be able to back Haruhiro up when he needs it. And overall, I do think that they left the best impression on me in terms of, like, party interacting with, like, Haru's party, in terms of all of the parties that are part of the Daybreakers. But let me know what you guys think of the Daybreakers in the comments down below, and if you guys want me to go into individual parties in the future. And for today's outro, I just want to remind you guys that me and my friends are doing a D&D campaign over on our Twitch and YouTube gaming. We're currently going to be on episode 3 this week, and by the time you see this video, I actually will probably be posting episode 3 over on our YouTube and our Twitch. Originally, we were playing the campaign on Thursdays, but we switched it to Tuesdays so everyone's schedule can align a little better. But by the time you're seeing this, I'm probably going to be live over on YouTube and Twitch playing Baldur's Gate, and you guys can come over and say hi if you guys want. And I also want to give a special thank you to our Twitch subscribers. Thank you to Eon Forge, which is actually my cousin, for your subscription. Sky Alivert, I'm sorry, I might probably mispronounce the crap out of that, but thank you for your subscription. Subscribe to our Twitch, or use the thanks feature here on YouTube to have a chance of being shouted out at the end of our videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.